going on with me. Mid-November, I tested positive for COVID. A week after that, I got pneumonia, and I believe that, excuse me, I'm sorry, I can't remember, Lord have mercy, where I was even going with that. Nevertheless, due to having COVID, I developed fluid around my heart, and inflammation, and it was really bad. So much to the point that I was in the hospital for nearly a week. I have numerous appointments. I now have a cardiologist. I'm on medication. But the good news is that the inflammation and fluid are nearly gone. But I still have to take the medicine because we're trying to make sure that it's all gone and make sure that it doesn't come back. It has been really, really, really rough. Now I'm actually headed back to my apartment. I have not been in my apartment since mid-December. And today is, I think, January the 30th or January 31st. It's one of those days. And so I'm finally heading back home. I've been staying with my mom, and she has honestly been taking care of me. I don't think that I would be as well as I am if it weren't for her and my sister taking great care of me, and my dad also helping. But I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. I still have moments where I may have a little trouble breathing. It comes with a lot. COVID, depending on the strain that you get, comes with a lot. It comes with a change in your bowel movements, a cough, a sore throat, fatigueness, chills, loss of taste, loss of smell, memory loss, and a number of other things. The only things that I have not experienced are loss of taste and loss of smell. Everything else I have, I'm currently experiencing, or I have experienced. It's a lot. It's a lot. It does so much to your mental and physical and psychological, spiritual. I don't know if I said that already. But God is still so good and so kind. Like, I cannot thank God enough. I think one thing that is really humbling is that I see so many stories of people who exhibited the same symptoms, had the, but they get their healing in heaven. And I never asked God, why me? But I do believe that I asked, why am I still here? Like, why am I still here? And so many other people around me have passed away or, or worse. And I just took that it's something. There are some things that I still need to do. I pray that I do them. I pray that I'm paying attention to whatever God wants me to see, needs me to see, whatever He wants me to do. I want His will to be done in my life. But in spite of everything that I have been through these past few months, God is still so good and so kind. I would rather have my worst days with Jesus than to have my best days without Him. I can't say enough how hard it's been. The memory loss, losing my strength physically. It's just been a lot going on, and things, just because you get sick, things don't stop. Like, it just knocks a pause in what you have going on. It knocks a pause in what you have going on. And so it's like I'm having to get back into, I'm just having to get readjusted to so many things. And like I said, I'm going back to my apartment. This will be the first time that I've been by myself in over a month. I'm nervous. I really can't even explain it. I don't know how I want to say it. I think it's just that anxiousness about being by myself, I guess, and being at home was what I needed to help me heal and rehabilitate. And I am gonna miss my mom and my sister, but I have to get used to being by myself again, and trying to do things on my own again. And I have family and friends that I know will come and help. But yeah, and so I'm gonna do a live pretty soon on my Facebook page and just thank everybody. But I can thank people here too. Like I said, I have to thank God. I have to thank the nurses at the hospital, at the emergency center, my family and friends. Sending gifts, sending cards, calling, texting, everything, praying for me. I felt those prayers. I needed those prayers. Physically, I've never been down bad like that in my life. And praying that the worst is behind me, because I thought I was getting better. I didn't know about the inflammation and the fluid until I was at home around the end of December, and I started feeling funny, and I couldn't keep my temperature down. I thought it was the pneumonia coming back because that's what it felt. It had the same kind of feelings that I had when I had pneumonia. But it was a really scary situation to go to the ER and find out that my heart was 50% the size that it was supposed to be, and that there was fluid all around it. So much so that I could feel it, and if I was quiet enough, I could hear it in my body. But God, only God, only God can heal like that. He's the great physician. Only God can do that. Only God can heal. Because if you would have really saw how sick I was, there was one time that I was in the hospital, and I think I've talked about this before, I can't remember, but I have a skin condition and I have flare-ups. And I asked the doctor if I could take medicine for it because I was in pain because of that. Well, the medicines didn't get along and I had an adverse reaction, and I was literally lifeless. I threw up the little that I had, and but I continued to do that for hours. And I remember when I finally settled down, which was like hours into the next day, well into the next day, I did not have an ounce of strength in my body. And my sister literally had to feed me. I couldn't even sit up. She had to feed me. I just got to the point, now that I'm out of the hospital, that I can stay up the whole day and have some kind of strength. I just got to the point where I could open a bottle of water by myself. I just went outside for maybe like 20 minutes the other day. But just to know how sick I was is a thought that I have. And then also, I think that it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse than what it is. So I counted all joy. Counted out joy. Jesus. I'm gonna start, I don't know, like I said, being sick just knocked the pause and what I have going on. But I do know that I've got to start giving God more time. I was making time for him at first. I don't even know how I want to say it. I have to start giving God more time. I have to do better with seeking him first before I do something. Because I was seeking him with some things, but I've got to seek him for everything. Every decision that I make in my life, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's should I walk over there. I don't care if it's should I put this dress on. Whatever the case is, I gotta seek God in everything. I think that's one of the things that he was trying to get my attention about, is you have to seek me before you jump into anything, because that's what you do. I'm hard-headed. I'm stubborn. And I just think God was like getting tired. He was like, yeah, I gotta stop her this way, and I need her to see this. And so I pray that I see exactly what he wants me to see, and I pray that he gets the glory out of everything that I do. So that's what's been going on. That's just real. This is the biggest thing, because the next vlog is gonna be about something completely different. But that's been going on in the midst of this. Lord Jesus, I can't believe I got on here and was crying off and on. I can't stand it, but I'm not the type to do it. It's some people that'll just, cry, and I don't know if I'm crying, know if I'm on video crying. It's serious. But my emotions are just, and it's like when I think about everything, I can't help but get emotional, and I try not to. I try my best, not to get to the point where I'm just always crying, because I feel like when I was in a hospital, I was crying and watching in the heat of the night. I feel like that's all I was doing. But yeah, I hope I didn't ramble, Lord. I hope that I made sense from what I was, saying, and what's been going on with me. But I still thank God, and I pray, that the medicine continues to work, and I pray, that I do the right thing, or the right things are going on with my body, one good thing is losing weight. And, y'all know that I've struggled with my weight. I believe I've talked about it. But I was like 335 at the beginning of November. And then to get under 310, that's bananas. And I was telling one of my friends about it, and he was like, oh, that's good. Then he said, I know that's not how anybody wants to lose weight, but now, just work on keeping it off. And so I said, yeah. Because, it's like you don't want to develop anything else in being overweight. A lot of times, that's where other sicknesses come in. And so I don't want that. And so it's like, Lord, if you wanted me to lose weight, that's all you had to say. But I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I appreciate y'all for watching. Well, I know I really ain't been putting nothing out right now, but I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. Excuse me, I need to turn the lights on. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Please stay safe. That's another thing. That is something that I'm nervous about. I'm getting, like I had to go to the store and get some things for my apartment, and it's like some people are acting like this is not a pandemic. We're not in a pandemic and people aren't getting sick. I don't care if you're my best friend. I don't care who you are. If you don't wear your mask, if you don't social distance just because you're trifling and you're ignorant, when that's all you have to do is wear a mask. I wore my mask in my hospital room, and I was asleep, and the nurse was coming in to do something, and my mask had slipped off, and I was trying to hurry and get it back on. She said, "Oh baby, you don't have to have it on if you're in your room, because it's just you in here." But that's how I was with it. I had my mask on while I was asleep in the hospital, and just to go out to the stores and people are not wearing a mask at all, and people are coming right up beside me. I'm looking at something and somebody is walking right up beside me, you can't wait until I walk away. It is troubling, to say the least. That's one thing that I am kind of nervous about, because I'm gonna have to get out and do things on my own, and so I'm just gonna be very careful with that. I hope that you all are very careful with it. If it's in the church that I go to, we're not, because usually my lifestyle anyway is church, work, and home. I might get out and mix and mingle, but I'm not even on that right now. So just please be careful. Please be careful. But nevertheless, I love each of you. I appreciate each of you. So y'all take care and be blessed.